Hello guys, welcome back here. 9 a.m. June 24th, and it's a Thursday. Thursday is actually not one of my best days statistically, but I gotta say, look at this mess on MRIN today, not MRAN. I confused the ticker in the chat room. I apologize, but I'm only up right now $300 on MRIN. I'm down 130 on ARAV, and overall I'm up 200 pre-market. Now it's kind of ridiculous because I was over $1,000 profit so far on MRIN, and right in this area I made a little bit more, and then here I gave back a lot of it, even though it was a perfect entry. I got shaken out right here, right at the low, and then it rips up around 4% or so. This was painful, and then here we broke out again. I bought a pretty big pullback, so I actually had a good entry, but again it didn't go through. So I gave back profits twice on this one, so I could have easily been up $2,000 on MRIN if these two trades didn't exist. Or let's say if this trade was profitable and this one didn't exist. Of course, you can cherry pick your trades always, and it doesn't work like that. I'm well aware. Everyone's well aware. But sometimes I like to iterate that because it shows, how important timing it is, how important being patient is, and sometimes you just miss moves by just a few seconds. You have the right idea, you have the right thesis, but your execution isn't spot on. So sometimes, green and red day are just a few seconds of a difference, which is totally fine. You got to learn to take the bad with the good, or the good with the bad, and kind of move forward. I think what I like to do pre-market is I always trade smaller size, so that's what I was doing here. That was really good. That way, if I make any mistakes, they're easily to recover. And then kind of go from there. Also, trading smaller size doesn't get you any holes, but you also learn, you learn on the side kind of how a ticker moves. And I got to say, MRIN is tricky. It has false breakouts. It has a lot of attempts where it tries to shake you out, just like here. Happened a few times. I was like, man, this ticker, the huge sellers are really piling in. There's a lot of attempts before it moves higher, a lot of false breakouts. So it's not as quick resolution. It's not as clean of a ticker. So, I guess I did learn that a little bit, and hopefully that will gear me up for a little bit cleaner trading. Unfortunately, when this ticker originally did pop, after hours, it was actually pretty nice. We had some really consistent, really quick moves, but it did sometimes pull back a little bit more aggressively than you might expect. But overall, good little front side here. So I don't know. Maybe I just didn't really have the conviction to hold longer. I'm actually really surprised that this ticker is running the way it is. I actually really didn't think it was gonna pop so hard. Let's quickly go here to the watch list. Did I save it? Let me quickly save it. So yeah, MRIN, 50% gapper pre-market. Right now it's gapping around 75%, a little bit more. I got 18 million market cap on Finviz, 19 million market cap on TD Ameritrade, and then a 10 million float, while it has about 11 million shares outstanding. Actually, the float's like 9.5, but I rounded it up. The catalyst, I wasn't crazy about. I was like, okay, they integrate with Instacart ads. I was going through their website a little bit, and I was, duplicate. Oh, 1 second here. I'm clicking the wrong button. 1 sec. I was going through their website, and I was kind of like, is this news really worth 70-80%? I had a hard time saying yes to that. It is having some nice insider buying going on lately. What's the difference between this table and this table? these are other stocks. Interesting. 1 second here. MRIN. Okay, never mind. It's not having insider buying. I was looking at the wrong stuff. Anyway, it costs $2. So they were dumping at $2. Right now we're at $3.18. So it's kind of a company that allows clients to manage campaigns, and they have this kind of catalyst coming out where now they integrate with Instacart. All right, here you can see it, and I was kind of surprised that like an API integration, something like that, is such a strong catalyst for this company. But you know, it doesn't really matter what I think or what I don't think, because ultimately we're getting really decent front side moves. But maybe that's why it's trading so hectic, because there's clearly a lot of sellers here that believe it's overvalued, and you can really feel them in the order book. They're constantly dumping, and I don't really feel like this company is going to, you know, be a giant short squeeze or something. There's not a lot of shorts in here. So I'm a little skeptical on this run, not to mention we've had a recent big run here around $3, and there's most likely a decent amount of bag holders pushing this down as well. So I think that's why I was maybe a little bit hesitant at first to, you know, average up here or here. And then I was trying to trade the momentum, but every time, you know, it quickly would pop, it would quickly die off as well. And the momentum sucked up. So I don't know. I think I've been on somehow the wrong side on this one a little bit. I was a little bit skeptical on this ticker, which was probably the right idea. And you know, I had the right idea, but somehow I just didn't trade it properly. Yeah, overall downwards trend on this ticker. Most likely, you know, there might do some dilution at one point, reverse split, and so on and so forth. So long term doesn't look too promising on MRIN either. But you know, I don't want to be too negative on this ticker. Anything's possible, especially in, you know, this crazy market that we're in. Go back here to the daily. So yeah, we'll keep an open mind on it, but you know, it definitely has an uphill battle, it feels like, on the order book. But overall, it is kind of a fun one to trade. It has a nice fast rate of change, and three candles here, 5%. It's okay. And this move here, 14, 15%. That's pretty nice. So I like the rate of change on this one. STAF popping up here. We traded this one quite a bit. That was a long time ago here in this area. Wow, look at this giant move it had here. 250%, not too shabby. Nice little pop. 500% move. I'll put it on my watch list. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade a sub dollar though, but we'll see. LAZR, big pop, laser, Lumineer. We had a great swing trade on this one actually. It's a really nice little swing trade. We had a big sell-off. I ended up accumulating on this one. We had a nice little pop here to the upside. I thought we were going to get a continuation back to the former high, maybe a double top. We didn't, and I ended up closing here because I didn't like that sell momentum coming in. So I ended up closing this one. I think it was even pre-market when I closed this one, but we still walked away with about $6 a share profit, so that was pretty nice. Again, I'm not really sure if I'll be trading laser. 13% pop is not bad. Right now it's back to 25. Big resistance at 27. It doesn't excite me so much. I'm not gonna lie. It's not. I mean, if I was swing trading this one, I'd be stoking. But for day trading, I'm not sold. ARAV. I found this ticker to be kind of difficult. This is the one I'm red on. This is a biotech. Gapping up around 30% pre-market, 108 million market cap, 20 million shares outstanding, but a 10 million float. They have positive results on phase 1B advanced stage kidney cancer and good results. Big move up here, 50%, pulled back down quite significantly. Did trend back above VWAP for a little bit though. Volume's okay on this one. Volume's not bad at all. We have really nice support right here at around $6 and then again here at 6.5 or so. $7.5 is definitely an area to watch. I'd probably argue 5 is a little bit significant, and then around 6, somewhat interesting. We did have another ticker, IGC. Conglomerate company, so they do a bunch of stuff, but you know, they were gapping up for a while around 35%. They found a kind of a floor here at 1.7. Market cap south of 100 million. So it's a nice smaller company. 28 million float, while the shares outstanding around 50 million. So a lot of the shares are locked up. Completes phase 1 clinical trial in Alzheimer's patients. I think the nice part about IGC is in their catalyst, there's reason for macro, a good macro reaction. Basically, this drug is a THC-based drug, and it's an Alzheimer's drug, both of which have been in the news a lot lately. So that could be good. The news, the micro news, the news specific to the company is a little bit more, you know, so-so. It's not crazy. But big initial first push, now definitely finding decent support. We traded this company before, definitely has bag holders. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Every time it rips, this company gets, you know, smashed back down. It's also lacking a lot of volume. I didn't really experience any TOS lag today. Oh. Nice, Michael. PLTR, Peloton. Or no, Palantir. PLTR, Palantir, yeah. Yeah, it's actually crawling back up. 50% move already. It's kind of impressive. I wonder if it's going to come back to 30. I don't really have any thoughts on the company at the moment. Looks like our ADT trade, you know, ended up being a winner. Would have lasted a pretty long time. I don't think I would have been too happy living through this big sell-off here at 37% drop. So I'm happy I sold here. Maybe it would have been a good rebuy at this area. So their earnings popped them lower. And they had a dividend payment. Nice little crawl back to the front side, for sure. This stock really fell off the radar, though. Ever since, we did a little bit of day trading on this one, and then we turned it into a swing trade on a different account. Ever since that Google acquisition news or partnership, it hasn't really amounted to too much. It's a bit of a snoozer. Firefighting monks are joining the effort to combat the will of fire. Oi, 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 partial building collapse. I finally heard a little bit more about what this Britney news is all about. We've been seeing it pop up lately the last few days, but I haven't really dove into it myself. But when Britney had, I don't know what you want to call it, maybe a bit of a meltdown, her husband at the time pretty much got ownership of her life, like he manages how much income she makes, what she's allowed to do, all that stuff. And now they're going to court because she wants her life back, which I don't blame her. I would as well. Nice, Rashawn.
Here's the collapsed side of the building. Made my way over to the shore to get a better perspective.
That's crazy. That's my
flashlights
building collapsing.
inside.
Could be good to read up in that a little bit, John Cafe's death. What was Elon Musk smoking when he chose Germany? To be honest, I was also a little bit shocked. Logistically, it's in a great spot, but at the same time, man, the bureaucracy here in Germany is insane. It's got to be a total headache. Seems like, a country like Poland, which is also logistically in a great spot, might have been a lot easier, but... Oh wow, that's pretty heavy. Chinese authorities here are raiding this news outlet. John McAfee, the antivirus software entrepreneur, died by suicide in his jail cell in Spain hours after extradition to the US was approved. We'll probably be hearing a lot more about that. BuzzFeed is close to a deal to go public via SPAC. I thought that day would never come. I remember, BuzzFeed was starting to kind of take over when I was in college in New York City studying finance, and I never really pictured that company IPOing. Clove, big last trend here on Wall Street bets. Clove and Wish really taken over. Sweet pop there in Clove. It's been on a strong little front side trend here. 37%, 50%. BlackBerry coming up a little bit as well. I'm wondering if the crypto trend is going to continue here. It's been a nice little rally in the last, 24, actually like more like 48 hours, but I'm wondering, are we going to get that, next level pop? I feel like we will, because we had pretty much a V-shaped bounce so far, and that's usually mean there's going to be a little bit more of a recovery. Bitcoin back in the top 10, right around the size of Tesla. Yeah, probably that's the situation with Tesla in Germany. Merkel defends patent rights pretty much for the vaccine, so that the companies keep their rights to the patents. Which is one of the topics that is very different between the Biden administration and Merkel. US at 54.2% one-dose vaccinations. John McAfee's death here yesterday was trending #1 in news. Right now, the Miami building collapse is trending. That was a peaceful little time to check on the latest news. There wasn't really any good thing going on with the small cap, so it was good timing. I watch a few games. I'll definitely be watching the one on Saturday. Is it Saturday? That's funny. 8 Ball. My dad's from Dortmund. That's where he was born. What are the chances? I would mind some golf. I never really got into it so much, but I feel like you just have to have. It's like one of those things, you either live near a course or you kind of get into it from like your family. But either one wasn't really, well, I did live pretty close to a course, but we didn't live in the neighborhood that had access to it, so to say. Yeah, Roshan, let's get on another call about that. I would love to hear what you're working on. Alejandro, really? Is that really who it is? If you guys don't know, I studied in Bremen in summer 2011, and it was a pretty wild summer. And Alejandro was a pretty freaking crazy person. Good to hear from you again. Reach out sometime. All my brewing stuff is in Florida. Right now I'm in Berlin, so it's a little bit on standby. That's hilarious. I haven't heard from anybody in that group. In a long time. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started here. P&L open, put it up before I forget. 35 seconds before the market opens. Common collected. I got 1,000 shares ready to go. I'm probably going to take it small size as I've been kind of tripping over myself lately today. Was up nicely at one point and pretty much been giving back profits the rest of the day. So let's hear what we can kind of sneak out of the market. MRIN, definitely our lead gapper, followed by ARAV, both of which I'm a little suspicious on, so we'll see how we want to take it from here. Yeah, I love investing too, but right now we're trading, so has nothing to do with investing. Good call there. Spirit, time and forest day. I did forget that. Bit of a sell-off here in MRIN. I wouldn't be surprised though if it picked up momentum pretty quickly again. So I'm gonna keep a watch on this one pretty closely here. Yup, possible break there. Missed my fill there at 3. I was looking for that break of 3. Happened very quick though. Let's keep watching this one. See what kind of pullback we get. I think we might see a move till the former high at 3.2 pretty quickly, so I want to be ready for that. Small fill there, small size, only 1,000 shares. I'm going to stop out. Flush was a little bit stronger than I expected. Took a very small loss on it. Wanted to treat that one very quickly. Did not hold. Did not hold at all. We were talking pre-market that MRIN has a lot of sellers in it. I didn't expect it to flush right away like that, but that's why I want to be quick with cutting the losses. We got a bunch of FAQs in the video description below if anyone's curious, like what broker and whatnot. ORPH has been an active one pre-market, but I haven't really been super interested in trading it. Probably should have gave it a little bit more of a chance. ARAV finding a little bit support here at 6.5. Good volume on this one. Sell volume also a little bit light, so could be a good trade. I had a lot of troubles on ARAV earlier today, so I'm also not crazy about trading this one. For now, I'll just keep watching. Nice little move back on MRIN. I'm still waiting for a pop to 3.2. I think it could definitely happen, but you just saw I got shaken out on this one. Unfortunately, pretty close to the low. Nice little 6% pop there. 319. I would have been taking profits right here. This was exactly the move I was looking for, but it flushed harder than I expected right here. I didn't really trust that. I thought we might break VWAP with another red candle. Didn't end up happening. I've been getting shaken around on MRIN so much today. I pretty much have been up and down $1,000 on this one. Right now I'm at pretty much break even again. Let's see if we can get size at 305 roughly. Try to go long there at 319. Looking for a continuation break above 3.3. It's a good little front side move we've been having, around 33%. We've had an 80% front side move. We've got a 20% pullback, so could easily keep ripping from here. I think it might be somewhat overextended though for the overall catalyst, but that's oftentimes irrelevant when there's momentum. A little bit of a flushy ticker here. IGC crawling back up might be worth watching, but only has $11 million volume, so that's kind of light. All right, Alejandro, London. I'll keep that in mind. Watching MRIN, watching, 318. Small size there at 316 again. Could easily sell off past 316, being a little bit cautious. Take a little bit of profits off the table, looking for a re-entry on this one. And look at that, pushing right to a new high. Nice. I was not expecting that, to be honest. Good move there. Also wouldn't be surprised if it didn't hold this area. I'm a little bit fishy on this ticker right now, which is kind of annoying because it's really the nicest gapper we got right now. 937. Yeah, Clove really took a nice old pooper, huh? Markets are all up nicely right now. Even Bitcoin's up today. Swing trades should be doing all right. Cardano's a big winner today at 8%. Quick move down at 319. Possible fill there at 316. Did my volume just not go off? I didn't even hear it. Wow, quick flush there on MRIN. Still a lot of sellers at 13. I'm gonna get out of this one for now, cut my losses. Or it was actually more of a scratch, but it would so annoying. MRIN, man, it's so hard to trade. It's so like all over the place. I think the best way to trade this one is trying to get a bit more of a bird's eye view. Try to accumulate and look to take it on a bit more of a swing. Not necessarily an overnight or something, but more of just like a 5-minute candle. Because the 1 minutes are just all over the place, very inconsistent. It's rare that, you know, I go up and down 1,000, what it feels like multiple times on a ticker. Usually I have a trend on a ticker. I'm not just back and forth with every trade. Yeah, my stuff, not a bad idea. Who knows? I think the only thing I did right just now was kind of be cautious. I could have probably took some profits quickly, but that was not really my goal. I didn't really want a quick little base hit. I was looking for a continuation here to new highs. So, yeah. ARAV, man, this ticker is also just a little bit fleshy, huh? Maybe we're gonna find some support on this ticker again. Maybe have a red to green move or something like that. Technically, on the 5-minute, it's been on a really long consolidation. So there might be a really good upside on this one. We'll keep an eye on it. IGC just inching along here. Really solid and consistent ticker. Had a low at 164. This ticker is also flushed heavy in the past. I'm not crazy about it, but you know, at least it has increasing volume and it's trending to the upside short term. It's more than MRIN and ARAV can say, and also Clove. Well, at least yesterday we had a pretty decent day. We were green on the week. But, oof, man, today's rough. There's that flush on the MRIN, VXRT. Yeah, it's not bad. There's definitely something there. Some bigger resistance at 9. We already had a top at almost 8.8. Would make me a little bit nervous, but let's see if this area holds. Yeah, MRIN is just chopping in both directions. So you cut your losses and then it pops right back up. It's very stressful. ARAV popping as well. Possible move through VWAP. See if we can get an entry here towards VWAP, get a pop past it. Stopped out. Might do a re-entry. I think it's going to pop through VWAP. There it goes. I have such bad luck on ARAV. I've traded this one multiple times, and it's not for me. I wanted instant resolution or else I wasn't going to hold that one. I did half size anyway, so if I lost or made it, I would have made or lost almost nothing. So it doesn't really matter. It took off with me. I kind of just wanted to feel if what the order book was like. Yeah, it's sketchy. ARAV instantly flushed back down. This is why I didn't want to hold it. I wanted instant resolution. I wasn't about to wait for a second attempt, so we would have, you know, if it would have been hard to take profits that quick. Instantly flushes here, 7%, crazy. Yeah, it's kind of market we're having right now. Question is MRIN gonna break higher here? It's not in a perfect front side move anymore. That's making me a little bit cautious here. We're ranging a bit with MRIN, and trading breakouts on ranges is usually not a good idea. So I'm not, oh man, part of me really wants to trade this pullback. The other part of me is like, oh, this is not right. This is not a great trade right here. All I could say is if you are trading this possible breakout, I would take profits pretty fast. Yeah, there it goes. I already had a bad feeling about this move. This just wasn't a good move. Technically, it's a nice pullback entry, but we're not really on an ideal front side anymore. If anything, we're on a small short-term backside. And on backside moves, you don't buy breakouts because that's how you get burnt and that's how you get stuck in flushes. So even though this was a break past the 9 EMA, pull back to 9 EMA, and a possible continuation, the overall trend was to the downside. Oh, rough. Ay, ay, ay. Where do you want to go to dinner? I don't know. MRIN pops, it flushes and pops right back up. Oh my lord, that is stressful. I gotta say though, usually tickers don't always trade the way they're trading pre-market as they do at the market open, and MRIN is doing exactly that. So at least it's consistent with its inconsistency. There's a good chance that things might smooth out really nicely after 10 o'clock, maybe around 10:30 to 11, who knows. Every time we get, hectic opens, usually there's going to be some other really good trading along the way. Yeah, look at ARAV. This ticker, it's just so nasty. IGC also selling off. GT wasn't able to hold its highs, and now it's trending below big resistance. Maybe we'll see somewhat of a recovery here, but overall very long downwards trend with possible back holders as well. TRCH being called out. Yeah, short-term front side approaching some big old resistance on this ticker. Just got the shivers. Huge breakout there for a ticker this size. 160 million market cap. I mean, that's not true. 160 million shares, almost $1 billion market cap. So yeah, that's a nice move on a ticker like that. Oh, MRIN flushed. It finally did it. Did the move we were all waiting for. That's why I was trading extra sporadic today. I feel like, both tickers I was trading had two insane flushes, and you can kind of feel the flushes coming in the order book, just the way it was trading, just the amount of sell momentum, and the fact that I felt like I said pre-market, MRIN, probably based on the news, is overextended even at 50%, even at like 30%. So it felt like, you know, exactly, people were trading this for the only reason I was trading it, because it was the lead gapper. And that's where the momentum was. But other than that, you know, you want to be careful. ORPH might be finding a little bit of support here. Yep, quick little pop. At least MRIN didn't get halted. But that was a huge amount of sell momentum. I would not be surprised if it was insiders selling, and then in the next 48 hours, we see SEC filings that insiders were selling. So we might be seeing some classic Form 4s coming out. There might be some more trading happening at one point, but I'm not sure how long I want to sit around for it, because I feel like it's not going to happen in the next 15-20 minutes. But I feel like, you know, in the next 30 minutes or so, we might start seeing some good setups coming on. I could be totally wrong, but that's just how I feel. ARAV could be a little bit of a good trade coming up here on this one. Just a short-term little backside dip trade. Might already be happening. A little 1%, 2% pop. PIRS. Doesn't really have a lot of volume on this one. Well, okay, it's okay, but it's funneling off. Big resistance here. In terms of relative volume, it's not, you know, anything significant. You always want to be thinking, what's the relative volume on a ticker? You know, is it really big, heavy traded volume? We traded it on the 25th here when there was nice volume, but I don't know. Right now, it doesn't really look like anything significant. Who knows? Maybe it's even going to come out with an offering news and just crush it. I don't know. Could also maybe rip past 4 and gain momentum. Anything's possible. But usually when I'm day trading, I only want to be trading stuff with really good momentum. And once the momentum slows down, usually I step away pretty quickly. Yeah, ARAV, look at that. It's doing the bounce that we were hoping we could maybe jump on. I thought it was going to keep dipping. Unfortunate. Wow, unfortunate stuff here. I traded so bad today. I said it pre-market. I literally traded like a cat walking on my keyboard could have traded better than me today. It was embarrassing. Oh well. I'm actually walking away green today. Only $200. Better than nothing, but I mean, there's like 2 trades today where if I didn't get shaken out, it could have easily been like a $2,000 profit day. I mean, I was already up around $1,000, and then I got shaken out on this one trade right here, right at the perfect low, and then boom, it rips up. I try to buy into the breakout, don't get filled. I eventually get filled pretty close to the highs, and then I close it out again. And I'm like, oh, that was so painful. And then I try again here, trade, and give back even more profits. So I don't know. I feel like the only reason I would keep trading at this point is revenge trading, which is not a good reason. So Yeah, I agree with Mark. Maybe the midday or late day or something like that's gonna be better. Last year was a weird year because of Corona. So we had a really hot summer. Usually that's not the case. So yeah, end of summer. Fall is always pretty good, I feel like. Beginning of the year is usually pretty hot. Summer is usually a bit of a question mark. ARAV is finally doing what I was hoping it would. I just missed my fill on it because I didn't place a limit order. And then what else we got? TLRY being called out again. Nice. Pop back above VWAP. Continue its trend higher. Good 9 EMA pullback and VWAP pullback. It just has very, very slow rate of change. So you'd have to use big size on this one to really make profits because it's only like a 2% move. That's a very small move. How do I feel on the penultimate? Is that a word?
Penultimate.
Penultimate. Well, first of all, Darren, thank you for teaching me a new word. And secondly, I feel good. I'm, it's obviously a little sad. It's bittersweet, let's just say. I mean, nothing is forever, so I don't overthink it.
Penultimate.
Penultimate. But yeah, tomorrow hopefully you have some good fun. I hope we get to have some good trading tomorrow at least. Otherwise, it's going to be just another day trading. And then I'm excited because it's gonna we can all keep growing together in different ways. Who knows what kind of interesting stuff we're gonna discover without having as fixed times. Like maybe usually I wrap up the streams lately around 10, but maybe we're gonna get some hot moves around 10. So instead of wrapping up the stream, I'm gonna be trading. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna realize there's a whole different trend. I think by stepping back, it's the best way to move forward sometimes. So I think, I think it's going to be good for all of us because anything I learn, you guys are going to learn. So yeah, good times. Word of the day. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up here. I don't think I'm going to be trading anything else at the moment. Maybe MRIN I'm going to jump on at one point. I'm not loving this ticker at the moment, but hey, it's on a backside right now, so some dip trades could be an option. I don't really want to get stuck in a massive flush like that, all of a sudden be down 5, 6, 7% when I'm trying to squeeze out a 1, 2, 3% profit. That's why dip trading on the backside I'll do, but usually on a ticker that's not flushing because it's just too risky. I don't know. Anyway, guys, good luck if you are still trading. Be careful at the moment. It's just a little bit nasty, but maybe it's going to clear up. Maybe it's going to clear up in the next 1, 2, 3 minutes. Who knows? You never know. Sometimes I end the stream and then boom, the perfect setup happens, which is a little frustrating. Anywho, I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow for the ultimate day of streaming, not the would that be the actual last day? And next season of Alex streaming one day. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll do like a fall season or a winter season. It really depends where I am and what my situation is at the time. Because if I'm on the road, I can't do it. All right, guys. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. And like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. I do appreciate it. See you guys.